Henry Bolton, International Border Control expert, Social Democratic Party spokesman for Foreign Affairs. We've only got 5 minutes. HB, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Jeremy. Hi.
£1,000 a week in cash. Great undercover investigative story in The Sun today.
Yeah.
Illegal migrants' delivery rider jobs within hours of landing in the United Kingdom. Henry, this is farcical, man. Farcical.
It's mad, Jeremy. Look, we've been talking about this for so long, and we know that they're doing this. I mean, I live in a southeast coast town. You know, we've got about 3 or 4 hotels plus an old army barracks which got these people in. You see them all the time, all around town, Deliveroo bikes and so on. I mean, you know, it doesn't take the brains of an archbishop to figure out what is going on.
So tell me, as an expert, who should be looking at this, controlling this, making sure this doesn't happen? Is it Border Control? Is it the Home Office? Is it the police? Who is it?
It's immigration enforcement. They've got 5,000 people working on a whole. They do the returns process. They do deportations. They do return of offenders. They do all of this. And there's 5,000 plus. They've got their own sort of HR staff, and total they're 5,000 people, which is inadequate.
Well, they're bloody inadequate. There's 5,000 of them, and people are doing this all over the country. They're not doing their jobs.
Indeed, but they've got a whole range of other tasks as well. This is just one of them. But the other thing is that there is no punishment. If you are an asylum seeker, you are forbidden, in theory, not in practice, in law, not in practice.
Not allowed to work 12 months. Yeah, absolutely.
Your asylum claim should immediately be made void if you are caught working.
Yeah.
What we've also not done is put in place the correct documentation to ensure the laws are there, but they're not the documentation to ensure that employers cannot get off the hook if they are caught employing these people, because they say, "Oh, I didn't know," and the government, there is no law that really requires them to check this person's employment status.
Let me tell somebody, well, everybody, the 14 people listening, we're in such a hole. We've talked about how, I mean, Border Control patently do bugger all, as do immigration. A Home Office asylum officer, because they do have them, right, sworn to uphold the rules, has been jailed for taking bribes to grant asylum. Imran Mullah, another mad mullah, abused his position, charging thousands to overturn refused claim. One man paid him $3.5 grand and then blew the whistle. Betrayal of public trust in a system already under immense pressure. It's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, we've got immigration officials who don't check people coming in, and I agree with Harry Cole, by the way, Henry. I'd have dragged, we know who the big five are, we're not mentioning it, we get into trouble. I'd have dragged their CEOs into number 10 Downing Street this morning and told them their businesses are going to be fined billions and billions of pounds. Or, as he said, 6 a.m. raids through the front door and get these people out.
Totally agree with you. The Home Secretary is actually bringing in some of these people, these CEOs, but they're not going to get a rollicking. No. They're going to be asked nicely whether they can figure out something that they can do. The responsibility is on the government. The responsibility is on the Home Office, and this is a responsibility that they have never lived up to. And it's time, I mean, somebody's got to kick them in the backside, because they are not able to do it themselves. They don't have the leadership or the determination. They haven't got the will, the political will. And some of these people working in the Home Office, when you've got the Muslim network and you've got all these immigrant people who have actually been brought in from abroad to work in the Home Office, because they recruit across the European Union and elsewhere, I mean, you are inviting problems. This is simply, you know, it's never going to work until somebody cleans house.
Completely agree. Let me just throw something at you which is based on the Home Office, an absolutely breaking news story. Zara Sultana, she's always raising things. Anyway, she is the one that was suspended from Labour, stands as an independent. She's posted on X, "We are all Palestine action." There's a photo on the screen. Israel, what's that we put here? No, you put Donald Trump up. That's no good. Zara Sultana. "We are all Palestine action," with a Palestinian flag. This organisation is to be prescribed as a terrorist group at the Home Office next week. I bet she won't say that next week, as Harry Cole said. How appalling is that? They did what they did to those 2 British aircraft. They should have been rounded up as well, shouldn't they?
Absolutely. Back in the day, they'd have been shot.
Yeah.
But that's back in the day when we had the military doing security on military bases. Since then, we've outsourced it to civilian organisations. Zara Sultana is a perfect example, a perfect demonstration that we have brought sectarianism, religious and national sectarianism, into British politics. And somehow I mean, it's one of those things that once it's there, it's very difficult to remove, but we have to do it. And Zara Sultana and others who support Palestine action, once it's prescribed, they need to go to jail. The message needs to be very clear. Unlike the ambiguous thing we've just talked about with asylum seekers working, where there's a slap wrist or there's a bit of a talking to, this needs to be absolutely zero sum. If you are supporting a terrorist organisation, you go to jail.
Could not agree more.
No but.
HB, I love you. Thanks for coming on.